$4 a gallon, all in traditionally Democratic state. Those prices noticeably higher than those in red states.
So why isn't this an election issue when the economy seems to be driving the debate up until the 20 attacks over the weekend? Stuart Varney is here.
Well, you're right. I mean, this is not a political issue. This is not a liability for President Obama at this point. And my answer to your question is it's the media. The establishment media blames the Mideast. Nothing to do with President Obama's energy policy. Oh, no, it's the Middle East. President Obama is not to blame. Don't blame him. The media is lining up in favor of the president. It's a clear case of media bias skewing what would otherwise be a very important election story.
Sure. You know, I filled up my car a couple of days ago. It was $100, right? Yep. And I was talking to somebody, and they said, well, you know, the president's doing everything he can. And I said, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard he's got that all of the above plan for energy independence, but it's not working out for people who have got to pay $100 to fill up their car.
Can you imagine? All the above means none of the above, actually.
So far.
And that's the way it works out. Can you imagine where we would be today if 4 years ago we'd really gone out there and drilled and gotten the oil which is ours within American territory? Can you imagine? Do you think we'd be at $4 a gallon gasoline? Do you think we'd be at $3.86 for most people, for many people? Do you think that we'd still be importing all of this oil from the Mideast in the middle of a crisis? Do you think we would be there? We would not be there.
One of the great untold stories is the North American discoveries of oil in and around our shores. We can make do with Canada and Mexico and say goodbye even to Venezuela.
Not to mention
Brazil.
Look at the employment story in the Dakotas. They have a very, very low unemployment rate because they're going after oil on their private property in those states. That's why they're down to, what, 3-4%?
Sure. And why Mitt Romney isn't there and why President Obama doesn't try to jump on that, I don't get it.
The establishment media is in the tank for this president and will not allow any blame to attach to him for the failure of his policies, period.
You know what, Stuart? I think this would be a big story, a negative against Barack Obama if he were a Republican.
Funny you should say that.